So I suppose the last few days I've been trying to figure out why I've been feeling down, trying to figure out why I'm not feeling so great, and just, I don't know, even having the thoughts of checking out early. I suppose a lot of it is the fact that I've been poisoning myself with the content that I listen to, the music, to the food that I'm even eating. None of it's been particularly good for my body, and then it affects me at a soul level, you could say, and just bringing down my whole system in general. I think there's something to be said for our ancestors having periods of fasting, and through making times more difficult and stressing the body, and then through that healing the soul and the mind. And so I think I need to get back to a level of just making it harder on the body and having a content media detox, a nutrition detox, to kind of get myself back to a baseline. And it's hard. I think the nutrition side for me especially can be the hardest, because I like to eat. I like to eat healthy, but I probably overdo the amount that I have. Not just because I enjoy it, but also I feel like when I'm eating, there's a sense of community, and I'm around other people, at least, in the grocery store or a restaurant or just something. I don't know, I just need to get a handle on that, and I need to find another outlet or community based. Probably also the coffee or energy drinks I'm taking in needs to be reined in as well. Both of which help me deal with stress. But then again, there's other outlets like meditation, yoga, flexibility, or strength training, or just coming out in nature and walking is probably more uplifting for the soul, the mind, and the body than some chemical-induced energy drink ever could. And it's not just food, media, music that I need to probably detox from. I am for sure an addict of being on Uber or anything gig economy. These people who make these apps, they really know what they're doing. They made it like gambling, where you never know what the next spin's gonna be. In this point, the ride or delivery order that you can make money on. And so it's this cycle of spinning the wheel to see what ride or opportunity might come up. And I'm an addict of just waiting for that good next ride, good delivery, decent day of making money, and that little ding is my Pavlov's dog of that Uber chime, and you're like, oh my god, wonder what it is. And I know that I need to detox from a lot of this. I can't really detox from the Uber right now, but I've really got to find another form of making money, because this isolation of the gig economy is just wearing down on my soul. And I've gotta get out. As much as it's helped me throughout my life of making money, and probably making more money than I have ever in the past, I need to cut that umbilical cord to it, because in the end it's not going to serve me. We're going to be replaced by robots, and I need to get out before, I think that was a big bird, before I just have too much resentment for the people running these companies, for foreigners coming in and taking a lot of the business and then oversaturating the market. None of that is really anyone's fault. It's just the way of the world. So businesses are always going to want to make more money. People, of course, are going to want to come to areas with more opportunity. So they're going to come to America. Driving on Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, whatever it is, Instacart, it's a good opportunity to make money, and it's for sure a lot more than people would have back home. So I can't blame them for wanting to do it, and I shouldn't get angry at anyone looking for a better life. And I know that I need to just cut the ties before I get resentful, angry, and just let that fester in my mind, body, and soul, because it's not going to serve me long term, and I need to be looking for other opportunities. And if that's just a regular job, then so be it, because at least it'll be stable. I'll be able to build relationships, and that level of experience will then lead to something other than, let's just be truthful about it, being a taxi driver. So hopefully going into the future, I can hold myself accountable. Maybe some other people can as well. But I need to get back to a more solid baseline. Perhaps a good place to start would be with a fasting period. And you get the sackcloths and ashes, and you just fast like in the biblical times, and get out of this funk of negativity. The fact that I let someone get under my skin enough to have physical confrontation with them, not because I was angry at them, but more because I was actually angry at myself, because I had let myself slip into a state of darkness so much. And I don't know, trying to have a level of self-hatred to justify the existence of being in a car all the time, not having a career, and missing out on the opportunities of family life, any kind of like probably future marriage opportunities, which I might have opportunities, but right now I just wouldn't want anyone to come into my life and be subject to me basically having nothing. And I have to build up something of value to be of value to someone else. And so I just struggle with that a lot. And so basically, if I even get into somewhat of a relationship with someone, I just stop talking or conversing or texting with them, because I feel like it's for their own good that I push them out of my life. And even if I know it's wrong and It's not healthy to do that. I feel like the overall long term, it's better for them, especially if they have kids. Like, I'm probably not a good person to bring into their life. Not because of morality or ethics. I think I'm pretty good, like decent person, except for maybe a sense of depression and anxiety at times, and just the socioeconomic status that I have of basically not even be able to get a place to live and have a roof. And so it's better off that I'm just right now living alone. Probably not overall healthy, but I've got to get through it on my own and pull myself out of this pit that I guess I've created, because I can't blame, or I don't have anyone else to blame for it. And my camera is about to die, so I think I'll just wrap it up here. But I would like to say, this video and other videos where I'm just complaining about my own life, I don't want it to just be about me. I think I'm sharing it mostly in hopes that someone who sees this video or what I'm talking about and they feel a similar way, that they're not alone. There's a lot of us out here who do struggle, and it doesn't seem fair because we're in the most prosperous, strongest country in the world, and yet so many people feel slighted and that they've been left behind, and that everyone's basically abandoned us. Middle class, lower class, whatever. And it's just important to know that we shouldn't give up hope. A lot of us are out here struggling together, and we have to just try and make the best of it for right now and hope that things will change or get better, and that opportunities will arise from what seem like checkmate scenarios. I'm sure that opportunities will come about from robotics, artificial intelligence, and newer businesses being created all the time. Or it might give you the opportunity to start your own business and then give opportunities to other people. But by sitting on your laurels, not working hard, not striving ahead, not taking care of your own health, your body, mind, spirit, soul, whatever you believe in, or the combination of all of them, we just can't give up that there's a brighter future for us and our kids ahead, and not to get too down. And you know, I'm one to talk about it, because there's plenty of times when I've just given up hope, and it happens more regularly than I'd like to admit. But it definitely happens when I'm not taking care of the pillars of health, meditation, taking walks, exercising, and I think going through times of less, like with fasting perhaps, or giving up certain types of media, giving up negative music. All of this stuff subconsciously still has an effect on our inner beings. And a lot of it is somewhat our fault for consuming this, and some it's not really our fault because we're just not even aware of it. And you only become aware through deep inner reflection, you could say. And so, I don't know. I just hope that everyone out there stays positive, takes care of their body. You know, if you're taking drugs, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, maybe think about how it's not only affecting your pocketbook, but your overall health, which then does have an impact on our emotions and our thought patterns and just overall well-being. And in these days, it's just like everything really has to be clicked in together because it's already hard enough. And so if one of those pillars is crumbling or fragile, unstable, then we're really doing ourselves a disservice. And it's just going to make it harder to get through. And I don't know. I guess just continual self-reflection into our own belief systems, into what triggers us, what makes us angry. If we feel slighted, how are we reacting to that? And just coming at life in a sense of calm. It doesn't have to be happy. It doesn't have to be sad, anxious, or stressful. It can just be neutral. And that's maybe not what we should be striving for, is neutrality, but happiness. But I think baby steps at least towards neutrality of, hey, it sucks, but we'll get through it. And it might suck tomorrow again, but we'll get through that too. Not that like I'm anyone to listen to. I'm full of shit just like anyone else on the internet talking to a camera. But maybe through my ups and downs, at least you can not make the same mistakes that I have and get to be close to your middle 40s and living in a car and stressed out about the future and that you're a complete failure. We're not really failures until we've completely given up. And so with that and my dying battery in my camera, I will say adieu and see you guys probably tomorrow, and probably more rain.